In the corners of the country where hope is thin and jobs are scarce, poverty doesn't just exist, it is weaponized.
For every Filipino, a single meal, a sack of rice, or even a few hundred pesos can mean survival. And in every election, politicians know about this.
They walk into communities with wide smiles and plastic bags of goods, not as a service, but as a strategy.
Vote buying in its simplest form is the illegal exchange of money, goods, or services for a vote. While seemingly a transactional act, its implications are far reaching, undermining the integrity of our election, and make them then less about genuine platforms and more about fleeting transaction. It is still a major problem in the Philippines. It happens during every election season. It's illegal, but it still happens everywhere, from local to national elections.
The issue affects everyone, especially the voters. When politicians win by buying votes, they're not pressured to perform well, but instead, they'll eventually realize that their power over people is inevitable as long as they have money.
It is often organized. Some candidates hire people to list down names of voters and distribute the money in secret. Others disguise it as assistance or gifts from the candidate, or as we know it, the ayuda. Groups like the Parish Pastoral Council for Responsible Voting and the National Citizens Movement for Free Elections often report problems and see suspicious activities.
Different stakeholders view vote buying through various lenses, from politicians, voters, and electoral watchdogs. Politicians may rationalize it as a form of assistance or tradition, especially in rural or impoverished areas, wherein they disguise their electoral manipulation behind a facade of generosity through the distribution of ayuda.
Voters view it as an opportunity for short term gain, especially when they feel neglected by the system. Voters who lack education or choose not to engage critically with politics often perceive vote buying merely as a way to recall the names of candidates from whom they received benefits.
On the other hand, civil society organizations, academics, and electoral watchdogs condemn it as a violation of democratic rights, emphasizing the need for long term reforms and stronger civic education to combat the culture of patronage.
Votes are no longer earned through vision or values, they are purchased through desperation.
The poor are not just neglected, they are targeted, used, recycled every 3 years as numbers to be bought, not voices to be heard.
Locally, vote buying directly harms the quality of public services. Elected officials who bought their way into office often care more about getting back the money they spent than helping the people they serve. Nationally, it makes people lose trust in our democratic system and keeps a political scene where rich people have too much power. Globally, it makes the Philippines look bad as a democratic country and can stop foreign businesses from investing here because of worries about instability and corruption.
In the short term, vote buying leads to bad or corrupt officials being elected. In the long term, it means a weaker democracy, ongoing poverty, and a cycle where those who break election laws don't face consequences.
After this thorough evaluation, many questions still linger in the back of people's minds. Why is it so hard to stop this practice when it's clearly wrong? Why are so few politicians punished? And most of all, how can we help people understand that their vote has value, real value, that shouldn't be traded for anything?
And the same cycle continues. Money flows, promises are made, the same names return to power, while the people remain hungry, sick, and unheard.
Addressing the issue of vote buying requires collective action from various sectors of the society. Government should implement rigorous election laws and hold violators accountable to uphold the integrity of the democratic process.
Citizens play a crucial role by refusing to participate in vote buying, reporting incidents when they occur, and standing firm in their right to vote freely. The media must commit to a fair and thorough investigative reporting, shedding light on corrupt practices, and informing the public.
Non governmental organizations should also focus and continue on empowering and educating voters, especially in marginalized communities. As individuals, one may contribute by raising awareness, such as supporting anti vote buying campaigns, joining civic organizations, and helping with voter education efforts.
To get others involved, one can harness the power of peer influence, storytelling, social media engagement, and open discussions within families and communities to inspire collective resistance against vote buying. Poverty in the hands of the powerful becomes a tool to control, a tool to win. And in the end, it is not just democracy that is sold, it is dignity.